It's a video of my 65 Nova SS. Kind of hard to get the whole thing in there when it's in the garage. Lost my other video, so now I want to shoot it now. Stereo system in the back. Getting it all ready for the show on Saturday. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Did pretty good at the show last year, so we'll see how it does. Sure it'll do good, it always does. Show you the stereo system. Put out lots of wattage. I got a couple JL8s, and then I got the Phoenix Gold 10s in the middle for subwoofers. I run 3 amps. Here's 2 of the amps here. Those are 2 Audiobond amps, one 4-channel, one's a mono. And then I got another mono JL back there to run all the subs, or run 2 of the subs, and I run 2 with one of the Audiobonds. Of course, got the nitrous oxide, a capacitor there, and there's another capacitor. That's my battery that runs all my stuff right there. And then behind that JL amp is another battery that runs the stereo system, because I can't run everything off of just one battery, so I did that today, and then I got, or this year and this winter, and then I got an isolator that kind of works the batteries back and forth and keeps them charged, but they're not like tied together or anything, so they're separate. So it's kind of nice if I want to go to a show and crank up the stereo system for a while and then turn it off. It's kind of cool. There's a back end view of the car. Proud of that trunk on there because of that piece on the back is perfect, and it's hard to find all the chrome perfect on these cars, so this is a rare 65 SS that's got all the chrome on it, so that's always pretty cool about it. Just got the rims on this year. They're Billet Specialties stilettos, and then I got the, or actually they're daggers, similar to the stilettos. I put the LEDs in, and then it's kind of cool. You got these halo lights in the front end. It's kind of cool. I got LEDs throughout the whole car. Just kind of a cool feature for the car. It's something different. And some of the hot rodder older guys don't really care for that, but I guess it's not their car, so who cares? Show you the engine. Pop the hood here real quick. There we go. It's the engine. Kind of hard to see it all. It's kind of cool. I got like kind of a flame theme throughout the whole car, so it's kind of neat. The valve covers, if you can see close enough, they have the. That's actually, I have a lot of Billet Specialties on this car. I like a lot of their billet aluminum products, so I put it on here. Of course, as you see, I got LEDs here. And so like the air cleaner and the valve covers, and actually the master cylinder has the flames on it. Kind of a cool little theme. I just kind of added this thing. It's kind of funny, that part there that covers up some fuse panels there I just put on not long ago. Believe it or not, that's a coil cover for a Harley Davidson. I've kind of like come up with all kinds of different ways to fabricate stuff just to make it cool. When you go to shows, it's like you try to do as much as you can, you know. Kind of redid the front end on this, and I kind of like to put that billet emblem there. It's funny, that's off of a 2010 Camaro. I think that would be the rear emblem. I can't remember. Yeah, that's the rear emblem. This is the smaller one. The front one's a bigger emblem. And then if you look at the front end, that show panel I put on there, just kind of a little added something. Got some LEDs back behind the grill just for something to kind of make it look cool. It's a 383 stroker. 425 horsepower, 150 shot of NOS, more than enough power for this little car. Just hit it, and the thing, just if I want to make this, when the wheels spin, I will. If I want to, you know, if you know how to work it right after kind of getting used to it, you can kind of make it hook pretty good too. So it's a fast car. It could drag race, or it's kind of a universal car. You can drag race it or cruise it, or just kind of like whatever you want to do. I put a belt drive on there. I really love it. It kind of has a little whine like a blower on it. So that was a lot of fabrication and stuff to kind of get the alternator to match up, and it was a lot of trial and error. That thing was a pain in the butt, but it's pretty cool to have. I just like the look of it, and kind of cool. It's a fun car, man. Really fast. Show off the stereo system a little bit. And then the interior, I've redone all the interior. Well, my dad did a lot of the interior too. It's like all original seats, but they're kind of overstuffed, so they're kind of extra comfortable. So they're kind of beefed up. And then I'm putting new carpet in it. The whole car's got Dynamat through it, so it really reduces the noise, and just it's good for stereo systems. I put all like billet specialty door cranks on it. All the dash knobs are all billet specialties on it. So that's kind of a cool feature on it. So B&M shifter, I kind of found, it's kind of funny, I found that online, the shifter, little flames on it. Kind of to go with the whole theme. As you saw, those amps in the back had the flames on them too. So you have even a little lighter that has flames on it. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, this door. I guess my dad said back in the days I used to have chrome doors for the glove box. So that's kind of cool. That was something that was already there. Kind of made it really neat. Of course, as you see, I got a DVD player, you know, CD, whatever, all the other stuff, you know, that goes with it. You can actually sit in here and watch movies. Maybe someday I'll do that. It's like I love working on it more. And then you see the pedals are billet specialties, so that's kind of sweet. It's all billet. If you can see down on the kick panels, I've got those T-Series Rockford Fosgate speakers. That's pretty cool. You'll hear it pretty soon. It's pretty sweet. I got those amp controls right there. You can control the amps. So like for the bass and stuff, if you want to, when different songs come on, it's like you don't always want the bass. Or maybe you can see better the kick panels. Well, it's hard to see, but that was a lot of work. And then the back here, you see I got LEDs going through there. Well, one just, I didn't mount it up there, but it actually should look like this one. It's kind of hard to see, but it's pretty sweet interior. It's like basically, this whole car is basically brand new. It's kind of cool. I got the monster tack in there. It's kind of a cool feature. That Chevy emblem is just something I popped in there and I made. It's not really part of it, but I got that port that comes up for the bass. Kind of cool. And then of course I got the Fosgate T-Series speakers here, 6x9s on the back. So it's a pretty complete stereo system. It rocks it out pretty good. Maybe I'll put it on here for you. I don't even know what I have in here. I think it's a Beach Boy song or something. Cool. Start the song over. See, it's on 17 out of about 40. But I'll crank it pretty good. It gets really loud. Crank's really loud. That's about half. Start taking stuff off the walls in the garage if I get too crazy with it. There's a place called Kokomo. That's where you wanna go and get away from it all. Bodies in the sand. Crank it down because it probably doesn't sound. I know when I film the stereo system, it doesn't even do it justice. But it's kind of cool if you notice. I got like it kind of started the whole LED thing as these amps. They come already like these audio bombs are awesome, man. If you can notice, the flamed amps kind of started the whole theme of the car. Well, actually, I started with the valve covers, but then I found these, and then I kind of went from there. But it's kind of cool. These are flamed amps. They're all chrome, but they got like these blue LEDs under them, so it's really cool. Pretty sweet though, man. It's kind of fun. I have a little control here that I can control the LEDs and do all kinds of different stuff with them. It's kind of fun. But kind of, I don't know, it's just like the old hot rod look, you know. I like to kind of keep it that way. So the chrome and flames, you know, kind of like Harleys, you know. Kind of sweet. There's a lot of work and just detail on this car. That's a battery tender, believe it or not, and built into that box that's on the capacitor. I just put SS on there for something different. car underneath. You can eat off the hole underneath this car. It's all chromed out, 4-link. It's got the coilovers in the front, completely like tricked out. Like you can fully adjust the suspension to whatever you want to do with it. It's pretty cool. The pipes go out the side. I'll show you. I'll turn on the car. It sounds pretty awesome. It's got I can hit a button in the cutout so you can go straight out of the pipes. Sounds like a drag car, or you can. It's still loud without it, but it's like, you know, it's a pretty flashy car, but that's what it's all about. A lot of hours and work into this, man. My dad and his friend, or my friend, or whatever, he's like a brother to me, but Ron, they did a lot of work on this car, and then I ended up with it, and it's a passion. You just keep dumping money into it and having fun. I think I'm pretty much done now. There's not much more I can do to it. It's pretty tricked out. Anyway, let me crank up the engine for you guys here. There we go. And of course, as you see, it's got the digital dash in it. This thing is just like trick, man. It's just got everything. It's like everything you could imagine. So I got that's a fuel pump. It's got electric fuel pump, kind of like this race car style. A lot of race car / street rod in this thing. So it's not just all for show, man. This thing will go. Here we go. Then I got a electric fan I hit on, and I put this panel into the glove box. It's my panel. You can hit the NOS and all your different lights, and you got your gas and your radiator fan. Pretty trick fan system. It's like a lot of this stuff was built before. Now it's available. You just buy it, but back then my dad, he had to like build the hood for cowl induction, but now you can buy them. But back then they didn't have them, and these radiator, like all this stuff had to be custom made. So this car is pretty trick, man. There was a lot of money and time put into this car. It wasn't just go buy it and bolt it on. It was a lot of work. I appreciate it, and we'll keep this car forever for that. It's pretty sweet. As you can see, it's pretty awesome. Actually, I'll shut down the trunk so you can see what the car looks like, all like driving down the street, kind of. Of course, as you see, sounds good. Here. See that whine? I love that, man. It's like the blower sound. Pretty badass looking car, man. Love those chrome pipes out the side. My dad tried to talk me out of going out the back, but I just said, I don't know, man. It just looks too sweet with that car. Pretty cool, huh? Rev it up for you here. Then when you do the cutouts, listen to that. This is pretty sweet. Here on, opens right up. But anyway, that's it for this. Pretty sweet ride, man. It's fun to ride, fun to drive. It's fun to work on. It's my one hobby that I really love. It's kind of cool. You can have a hobby you like to work on something, and then on top of it, you can enjoy it and drive it too.